This year, we're likely to see a record number of million-dollar HDB flat transactions. Buyers are paying a premium for location, amenities, and space. But does it make financial sense to fork out so much for an HDB flat compared to a private property?
This is the Sungai Punggol, the reservoir, and then we also have supermarket over the other side.
Property consultant Leng moved into this condominium at Sengkang last December. I want to know the real financial differences between buying a $1 million HDB flat and a $1 million condominium. What is the difference in financial commitment between buying a $1 million HDB flat and a $1 million condo?
The main difference is the amount of loan that you can actually get from the bank to finance the property that you're going to buy. So let me show you how it works. Okay. So let's say if you buy a private property, okay, it will be based on TDSR, which is called Total Debt Servicing Ratio. The government say if you have $10,000 income, okay, they only allow you to use 60% of your income, which is $6,000, to finance all your debts. But let's say if you are buying a resale HDB, EC or a BTO, okay, it will be based on Mortgage Servicing Ratio, MSR. So let's say if your income is $10,000, they only allow you to use 30% of your income, which is $3,000, to service your house. So that means the amount of loan that you can get if you buy a HDB is different. If you buy a condo, it's actually double.
So basically, if I buy a $1 million HDB flat, I'm going to have to come up with more cash upfront.
Yes.
Does that mean that people who buy $1 million HDB flats are cash rich?
I think so. It may be those en bloc owners that has $2 to $3 million on hand. So let's say if I show you this one, right, 38th floor, January 2019. This flat sold at 1.185, which is $941 per square foot. $941 is the EC price. And then he paid $85,000 cash over valuation. How many people have this kind of money? Let's say if I buy a $1 million condo, I can use the $85,000 COV to pay for my 5% down payment for my condo.
So it sounds like you are definitely not for investing that kind of money in a $1 million HDB flat. Besides the cash outlay upon purchase, any other reasons one might pick a $1 million private property over a $1 million HDB flat?
So let's say if you buy a $1 million HDB flat, so what's your exit plan? Do you think that you can actually sell for 1.2 million, 1.3 million next time? Many people, when they buy things, they base on emotion to buy. They won't think of any other factors. But ultimately, you still need to sell, You know, whether you expire or, you know, when the flat goes old, then you still have to sell it. So, you know, it depends on how much loss that you're willing to accept.
Before 2012, no one imagined that HDB flats will breach the $1 million mark. So who knows? Do you see a future where HDB flats may go up to as high as 1.3, 1.4, even 1.5 million?
In 2012, there were transactions 1 million. So now in 2019, which is 7 years later, the price is also about 1 million. So what is the capital appreciation that we are looking at? You know, we can't tell. For my own condo, right, I already stay here for 3 years. So we already have a capital appreciation of about 180,000.
So what you're saying is that the capital appreciation is just too slow over this period of 7 years.
You're right.
$1 million flats require higher upfront cash payment and have lower expected returns. Buyers may be deterred, but it seems some sellers are still hopeful to cash in.